Well, but like, you know what I mean, like, there's four people per hill. But, that's what I thought was. We had.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. We can, even if we gotta do it individually, have to come up here, just touch base with.
Be ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
We're ready whenever you guys are.
almost 3 years ago, it was $1,600 per bag. So now it's probably over two.
It only comes with about. Yeah.
All right, so how,
That's how they get you. But. I don't do it in the tank.
Brian, I just touch your feet.
We are streaming.
Okay.
So would have.
So don't screw up.
you ready? Okay. On Tuesday, January 20th, Lakeview Fire District received a call for a residential structure fire with entrapments at 310. Lakeview Fire District initially responded with 3 engines and 6 personnel. Mutual aid was requested from Brookwood Fire, Antioch Fire, Green Pond Fire, McAdory Area Fire District, and McCalla Fire District. A response was also sent from the Lakeview Police Department, Tuscaloosa County Sheriff's Office, Alabama State Fire Marshals, North Star EMS. Lakeview Fire District arrived on scene at 3:15. Upon arrival, firefighters found a single-story residential structure with a basement and fire showing from all sides. An occupant in the front yard stated there was 2 victims still inside. After further investigation by Lakeview Fire District, only 1 victim was still in the structure. There was a total of 6 occupants in the residence at the start of the fire. 2 victims were transported via ambulance, 1 victim transported via helicopter, 2 transported by privately owned vehicles, and 1 confirmed fatality. The fire was placed under control at 5:30. The fire is currently being investigated by the Alabama Fire Marshal's Office and the Tuscaloosa County Violent Crimes Unit. No further comments will be made until after the fire marshals and VCU units complete their investigations.
For the people that were in the home, were they all family members? And do you know about the ages of the people living there?
We're not sure of the ages, and I'm not sure of relation. I believe it was family and friends.
Would you say some of these people were younger than any children or adults?
They were all adults.
Would you say older, like 20s, 40s, 50s?
We're not going to get into ages at this time.
I know, sorry.
You may have mentioned it, but can you tell us the address?
It was the 2100 block of Royal Drive. Royal Drive.
R-O-Y-A-L.
ROYAL.
The person who deceased, were they deceased inside the home, or did they die later during transportation or after being evacuated from the building?
No, they were deceased in the home.
When you guys got there, what was the biggest challenge that you guys faced right away?
I would say establishing water supply, confirming how many people were in, how many people were out, because we were having mixed reports. Like I said, at the time of call, there was reported 2 people trapped, and come to find out once we were on scene, there was only 1.
How big of a deal was it to have all these other assistants from fire departments be able to come on scene with you guys, and what kind of role did that play?
It plays a very big role in every fire we have. We rely a lot on mutual aid, just like they rely on us to come when they call. With small departments, smaller areas, we rely a lot on mutual aid for manpower and water.
In terms of fire departments that responded, as far as personnel, would you say 30 people overall were on the scene fighting?
Yeah, there was probably, I would say, in the area of 25, 30 firefighters on scene. And in addition to law enforcement, violent crimes unit, fire marshal's office, in total, probably 35, 40 people on scene.
I know it's a little bit early, and it may not be under your jurisdiction, but at this point, are you all leaning towards accidental fire?
The cause is still under investigation, so there's no real leads at this point. It's still very early on, so everything's under investigation.
And the person who passed away, do you know where they were at in the home?
They were located near a bedroom, is what we know right now.
Did you guys to know if any of the smoke alarms were working or went off, or?
We're not sure, with the amount of fire that was present on arrival, and we were not able to get inside, so I'm not sure if they had active smoke alarms or not.
How long do you think it took you guys to, one, get the fire under control, but two, officially put it out and go, this is safe enough for us to be able to leave now?
Fire under control was in about 2 hours. On scene time in total was about 4.
Would this say, yes, I think you've already answered it, but this is a situation, would you guys got there, this was fully involved, like flames shooting out of the roof and that sort of thing?
Yes, yes. Fire was fully involved. There was fire from one side to the other and through the roof on arrival.
I know you guys heroically tried to get it out sooner, if you will, but what was the immediate challenge? Was it the home made of wood? What sort of made it, the fire just keep going?
Just how far along the fire was on arrival. With how far and fully developed the fire was, it prevented us from making entry to try to even get in there and put a stop to it due to collapses and the floor being burnt through. So we couldn't get inside. So that was the biggest challenge.
And during my previous stories with Cody, they're totally unrelated to fire, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but most of your calls are medical related, like interstate type stuff?
Yes.
Okay. Is this the largest fire in recent memory that you guys have worked, and in which somebody died, the number of people hurt, the number of mutual aid responders? Is this one of your biggest fires in recent years?
I wouldn't say it's the biggest fire, but it's the biggest fire of this severity. This is the first fatality fire we've had here in many, many years.
And talk a little bit about that. I know it has to be emotionally challenging for you guys when you get there and there's not much you can do and you know that there could be someone in there.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's always challenging. But like I said, due to where the fire was and how far along it was, there was not much to do other than try to get the fire under control and confirm if they were inside.
From an emotional point of view, how do you all deal with this? I know that when you get on the scene, you got to be locked in, if you will. But once everything is over with, the fire's out, and then you have the fatality, how do you all deal with this on the emotional side?
Well, we work with our guys, and we do critical stress debriefings, and then we also offer them like employee assistance with therapy if need be, or whatever they feel they need, we will provide it.
Have your people requested that? Or?
We're actually going to be doing a debriefing today with our personnel, so we haven't made it that far yet.
Do you know whether the person who passed, was it smoke inhalation or the fire itself?
We're unsure.
Were any neighbors' homes, were their homes threatened if they were close by?
No, fire was contained to the original residence.
Did the initial 911 call come from that residence or a neighbor? And do you guys happen to know how long some of these people were inside the house as it was under fire?
I'm not sure who the original call came from. When we arrived on scene, there was a total of 5 people outside of the house with reports of 1 still inside.
Is there anything else, Chief, that you want to talk about that we haven't asked you, just in terms of the response, being able to get the assistance that you guys were able to receive? And anything, too, you want to use this time just to remind homeowners about, just for keeping their homes safe with fire prevention?
Just thankful for the mutual aid, thankful for all the assistance from the fire marshal's office and the sheriff's office and Lakeview PD. And as far as the residents goes, just always have an evacuation plan, have smoke alarms present, and be prepared for the unexpected.
And I know it's still under investigation, but do you guys know where the fire could have started?
We're unsure. With how involved it was, we're going to have to do a lot more, so we're unsure at this point.
Or Chief, I just have one final thing. I'm not tying this in with the fire, but maybe as a sidebar. We all know that we have a winter storm on the way, I guess, Friday or Saturday morning. Would this be a good time to remind people of heating safety, if you will, whether it's a gas heater, make sure your fire alarm is working and all that? What would you suggest as we're 2 or 3 days away from the winter storm? People wanting to keep warm.
Yeah, I mean, just use it safely. Try to eliminate space heaters near items like couches, clothes. If you leave home, turn them off. Avoid extension cords running those type of items. And like I said, just keep an eye on everything. I always have a plan.
And Chief, I apologize. What's your first name?
Tyler, Tyler.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Let me get that mic.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah.